Welcome back.
God, that was good. That snap was right there.
I think we were both on it on that.
Wow, dude. That was good.
Well, that may be one of our hardest snaps to date, ladies
Never
and gentlemen.
happen again.
You saw it. You were here for it. Thank you for being here for that. If you guys like this episode as much as we did. Oh, no.
Yeah, right.
I'm Matt. He's Chris. Behind the camera is our dude Ronnie making all the edits happen on the screen. And on the screen tonight is Just in Time, featuring Jesse Howard.
Just in Time.
And his brand new music video, Breaking Me Down. Now, he's been hyping this up for a while.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it all over his Instagram and Facebook. And
I mean, he went out on his birthday to go shoot, video for this and everything.
For sure.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited to get into it.
Do you know any the lore behind it? Like, do you know where this is coming from? Like, what it's about? Anything like that?
I do know Jesse Howard is a very underrated and underappreciated musician in the genre.
Okay.
I don't think we've covered any of his stuff. I have heard some of his music, but we'll have to take a dive into Jesse and see what's going on.
As of right now, 5:46 p.m. on Wednesday, January 19th. So this came out an hour ago or something like that.
I think it came out at midnight last night.
No, because he was talking about it today. He had a live stream. I don't know. It could have been a
because
one
the
that
last
he
thing
again.
that I saw was last night on Facebook. It said it releases at midnight, and shit. That reminds me. I think Upchurch just released a song out of the blue last night too. So.
You would probably know better than I would, but yeah. Okay, so anyway, just released today, basically. So you guys are not going to see this for a few days at least, but
it's coming though.
But it's coming. So here we are, Justin. We see you. What's going on, man? Jesse Howard. We're about to see what's going on with you as well. I am, anyways. I don't know the dude, so
yeah. He seems like a pretty cool, down to earth dude. From somebody who's actually met him in person, they said, dude, Just in Time is big, but he's just tall. He's really tall.
Yeah.
He goes, Jesse Howard. He Struggle Jennings big.
Actually big.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Word. Well, let's find out what happens. If you guys are along for the ride, like, comment, subscribe.
Let's get it.
And let's just go. Here we go.
That's a beautiful place, by the way.
Now you're breaking me down.
Put your life on the line just to try to get a fix. Put the ones that you love for a bump in a hit. You can lie to yourself, but you can never forget. Selling everything you own because you're drowning in debt. I sit back and reflect on my past and regrets. All this pain in my heart that I've come to accept. Put my faith in the Lord, but I'm losing my steps. Only time I'm ever happy is when I'm walking with death. I feel pain for the single mothers out here struggling. Man, they working 2 jobs and it still ain't cutting it. With a Debbie baby daddy too worried about J's. Can't make support payments, but screaming he's getting paid.
Okay. All right. Cool. Wow. Okay. He is touching on a lot of stuff. Holy moly. Okay. The one of the things, and now granted, I'm speaking from a male perspective here, so I don't know anything about childbirth, right? I don't have kids of my own. So, but the thing about it is, what I do know is that as a single male who, I own my own house and my car and all that shit, it's hard enough for me on my own without having kids, without having a wife, without any of that stuff, and having help with my income from the girlfriend. Obviously we join incomes and we pay the bills together.
Yeah.
We both still, at the end of 2 weeks are can't do anything, can't go anywhere. We're right at the end of our means. Yeah. And we don't have any outliers that like children or anything like that. I can't imagine being a single parent, especially in today's economy, and having to go through like he said, you're a single mom with 2 what single moms out there with kids, what are you guys doing? How is all that working? I'm not trying to delve into anything political. I'm honestly genuinely just curious how you guys are doing that. It's a serious struggle, and I think that's part of the reason why he's touching on that. But
I
resonated with me because I've been thinking about that a lot lately with the way the economy's going.
And people have asked me, they're like, "Oh, do you think you're ever going to have kids? Why haven't you had kids already?" It's dude, I'm 26. I'm so young.
It's not a good time to right now.
But bro, I can barely afford to take care of myself.
That's the thing. It's amazing to me that there are single parents out there that are still able to do the thing. And maybe it's a thing where on the surface it looks like they are, and behind the scenes they aren't doing the thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
But no, he touches on I think one of the important things that he touches on is he kind of hits on a lot of these, and I think the story he's really trying to tell is he's you're out here putting your life on the line, right? And a lot of people immediately when you hear that phrase, you think military police and stuff. But no, he's talking about for another hit or another bumper, another hit, talking about drugs.
Yeah.
He's like, you're out here doing all these drugs and stuff, making your life difficult. But then there's people out here who are actually trying to do something with their life, and they're just struggling and struggling.
Oh, I see. Okay,
And
okay.
so
I missed that. Okay, I got you.
He's kind of making the comparison where this last line, I'm going to back it up, I'm going to play it,
Oh, we
and
had
then
a
I'm going
lot.
to finish my thought.
There was a lot
okay?
there. Okay.
So I'm going
Lot
to
to
back it up
unpack.
10.
When I'm walking with death, I feel pain for the single mothers out here struggling. Man, they working 2 jobs and it still ain't cutting it. With a deadbeat baby daddy too worried about J's, can't make support payments, but screaming he's getting paid.
With a deadbeat baby daddy saying what now?
Who's saying he can't make support payments, child support payments, but he's out here screaming he getting paid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, welcome to Wyoming.
Yeah.
Like, holy
every dude who
shit.
thinks he's a rapper here, okay?
That, you know,
It's
those
the
rap
same
career
shit.
memes that you see on the internet, you know,
Yeah.
like your boyfriend's too busy working on his rap career. Like that might have come from Wyoming. I don't know. That might have started here. Like it is so common to see that around here. For
Yeah,
like,
it is for real.
And some of them, I will give it to some of them. Some of the guys around here, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah.
they do great. They have good music. I enjoy their content. I think they put on good shows. That's the 1% though. The other 99% of
Oh,
them
that's less than 1%.
Exactly. Like, that's the
like a
Superman-
point fucking 1.3. Like
and I think it's for whatever reason that those two things seem to coincide. Like your rap career and being kind of a piece of shit dad or whatever. I don't know. Again, I'm thankful that I don't have to be in that pool.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think about that stuff a lot, man. I'm very grateful for the situation that I'm in right now, and it's not like I'm not rich. I'm, like I said, I'm at the end of my means most of the time at the end of every 2 weeks, but my bills are paid, you know, and there is food in the fridge. I have a roof over my head. It's warm. Like I can appreciate those things.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. How would I do that with a child and things like it?
It's
Woo!
wild, man. Like
Kudos to you guys that are doing it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at with this. Like, kudos to you guys that are doing it, because I don't think I would have that in me. Like, I don't see. It's amazing to me to watch the parents out there do that thing, because it's a damn job. It is a damn job.
I do like the line where he says, I feel like I'm really living, or something to that effect, when I'm walking the line of death.
Yeah.
You know, kind
I
of
only
talking.
feel like I'm really alive when I'm like pushing the limits. You know.
And like I get that, whether that's, you know, alcohol or like riding your 4-wheeler recklessly or whatever, you know.
Talking to you, church.
Like, you know, go out and have your fun, but like at the same time, there's people who depend on you.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
so-
Remember that there's someone waiting for you to come home. You know.
All right, let's carry on.
Let's keep moving, man. He's going for it. So.
Ain't cutting it. With a deadbeat baby daddy too worried about J's, can't make support payments, but screaming he's getting paid. Cause it's a cold world, but reality's worse, and loyalty always stops in the back of that hearse. Now your best friend, the same one that you grew up with, make a move on your girl the first chance that he get. Damn. Fighting all these demons on the daily. Depression got me feeling real crazy. Running through the dark without a light. Feeling like a thief in the night. Thinking about the time I spent trying to get the bag for the rent.
Dude,
Wow,
just
man.
in like these photos right here, I got to pull up some photos of my brother-in-law and show him to you after this, because he looks, in some of these photos, I'm like, or in some of these takes, I'm like, dude, is that Kellen? That looks just like him from a side like if he grew out a beard and did the whole thing, man, it's crazy.
Oh, dude, we have a guy who comes to the shop, Mike Fackler. If you ever come across this, I always call him every time I go into the office to like talk to him. I go, oh well, look who the fuck is just in time. I mean, he's like 6'6", 6'7". He tall. His beard is cut and shit. I mean, just like
Did a thing.
The only thing that's different is their eyebrows, and their nose is a little bit different. But other than that, mean, the eyes look the same. The hair, like, I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, look who the fuck is just in time with the thing. So, good enough for you right here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Fighting all these demons on the daily. Depression got me feeling real crazy. Running through the dark without a light. Feeling like a thief.
Oh, sorry. I remember
No, you
what
got
I
it.
was going to
That's
say.
why we did it.
And it was totally before that. But he said loyalty stops when you're in a hearse, right? Like reality is cold, or what do you say? Life is cold and reality is worse. So fucking facts. Like everybody has this idea coming into adulthood that life is going to be, well, I can do whatever I want. I can get a job. I can make all the money I want. And then you get out there And that damn government.
The thing is,
got
though,
their hands in every single pocket you have, ripping
that's
all of
the
it
thing.
out.
You can make all the money you want. That's true. You can do that. But because of certain what do I want to say, entities that are involved in things like that, it takes you a very long time to achieve the amount of wealth that you have in your dreams as a kid coming up. You know, you're like, oh, I'm going to be an adult.
Or an insane amount of work. And that's the other thing,
that's
too.
The thing,
is like coming
you work
into
your whole life.
Coming into adulthood, I was like, like I know I'm going to have to work and stuff. And now it's like, okay, well, I've gotten to the point, you know, like 2 or 3 years ago when I was literally working close to 80 to 90 hours a week. It was just stupid.
Crazy, man.
But I was doing that and it still wasn't enough. I had to work more, and I put myself to a point where literally during the whole COVID thing when I was laid off and I ended up moving here, I ended up taking a month of just not doing anything for my body to physically recover.
Yeah, and that's a part of it too. Like working 40 hours a week is a normal work week, right? And like in order like we were talking, a normal quote unquote normal work week. And that's what I'm talking. It goes in line with what we were talking about earlier with the single parents thing, like 40 hours a week. So you spend 40 hours a week working your life to not make enough to actually make the bills. So you have to get another job. So then you're not home to spend time with your kids. Yeah. And then this whole vicious cycle comes into play about, your kids being raised the wrong way and growing up improperly because they didn't have proper parenting, but you couldn't be there because you had to make money so you could feed them. So you were being the proper parent. Like, dude.
So that's the part of life.
I don't know, guys.
That like he's talking about. He's like, life is the reality's rough.
Yeah, it's tough.
And then he talks about that loyalty ends when you're in the back of a hearse, right? Like people are always gonna say, hey man, like I'll always do this, I'll always do this, but then once you're not there, he goes, yeah, dude, your best friend's hooking up with your girl. Yeah, like
the first chance he gets. Yeah.
Life is never what you think it's gonna be. And if you think it's going to be something, you better buckle up because it will take a hard turn.
Oh, immediately. We are going to get a minute into this video. Watch. Here we go.
Yes.
In the night, think about the time I spent
right there.
trying to get the bag for the rent, sacrifice it all for my kids. They don't really want to see you win. Everybody really ain't your friend. Nah, you only got yourself in the end.
Been lost and been found.
Oh, okay.
We're getting into Jesse's part. I'm sorry, but like that last line. Listen to this.
Nah, you only got yourself in the end.
You only got yourself in the end.
You only got yourself in the end. I have told, I'm not going to say their name. There was 2 people I was talking to individually. If you guys see this video, you'll know. But I have said this. They're like, oh, well, I can't, this person has left me or this person has betrayed me, and I'm all tore up about it and all this shit, right? The thing that I've told them and the thing I come to realize over the past, 5 years or whatever, right? The only person that's with you from the time you are born to the very day that you die is yourself.
Mom. Oh, yeah, yourself, right.
Everybody else will come and go. One day your parents won't be there. Your grandparents won't be there.
Yeah.
If you have kids, they're not around when you're born. Like the only person from the day that you start life to the day that you end life is yourself.
Mom. Oh, yeah, right, yourself. Yeah,
yes.
Right. I'm not a mama's boy. It's fine.
Not at
all.
And I was explaining to him, like, look, that's the reality of life. And with that being said, you have to make sure that you invest the proper amount of time in yourself to be the person who you are supposed to be and who you want to be. Go chase your dreams. Go get that different job. Fuck the people who come and go, okay, because people are always going to come and go.
Yeah, it's about being proud of what you've done at the end of it, you know? It's about just looking back and being able to go, man, I made a difference for myself, and I'm proud of what I did and how I used my time on the earth and did my thing.
And
that's really what it comes down to.
And it's the only person you can trust because you know exactly what she's thinking.
Yeah, you know how you feel about it. So let's keep moving. Let's see what
all right, Jesse, give
Howard
it to me.
Has to give.
Really want to see you win. Everybody really ain't your friend. Nah, you only got yourself in the end.
Been lost and been found. Been broken, torn down. Trying to swim, but I drown. All this pain is so loud. They keep breaking me down.
Okay, I like that.
Breaking me down. Life ain't breaking me down. You're breaking me down.
This ain't for the views and the likes. This was is for the ones that's had a hard knock life. Struggle every day just to try to pay the lights while you walk around smiling with a bag full of knives. I remember way back when with no heat in the house, we would open up the oven and we sleep on the couch. Had the pots on the stove just to warm up the bath with a bowl of ramen noodles and we split them in half. Feeling like I lost.
Bro.
I feel that.
What's up, my guy? Like that relatable as fuck, you know? Like I know people that are around my age, you know. I have friends and acquaintances that I know that have gone through that struggle in the last 5 to 10 years even, you know, like in their adult lives. They are, you know, sleeping on the couch with the oven open, you know, like that's because
I mean, shit, 2 years ago, I was living in a car with my dog.
That's what I mean. Like, I know people
you know,
that are in my close circles and like acquaintances that I come across that have gone through these things and recently, you know, and you think again, it comes back to the conversation we were having, you know, as an adult, I'll be able to do all these things. I'll have a house and, you know, I'll have these nice things in my house and you have this picture in your head. But then when you go to start achieving that thing and you're like, wow, this shit's really expensive.
This is tough.
The dream is really fucking expensive, especially when the government's taking a percentage of it, you know, and like doing that whole thing, right? So, yeah, it all kind of starts coming to fruition that sometimes you gotta do like ghetto shit to
just gotta do your thing
just to
and
stay
get by.
warm, you know, and that's just what we do. That's totally relatable, man. Cutting the ramen noodles in half. Yeah. Justin, bro, the ramen noodles, I don't know if they still make them the same way anymore, but the ones we used to get as a kid, I specifically remember came like folded in a pack. Like you could heat them up a little bit and they would just unfold and split them and then boom, there you go. That's your half. We used to do that shit. Me and my sister used to do that shit all the time. So it's cool. I think things like that make songs like these
powdered milk.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
Never
God.
went powdered milk because my family was we were big milk drinkers and that was like one of the things we wouldn't like. It was like
believe me, when you broke enough.
But that's the thing. I think my parents, when they were kids, I think they went through that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, fortunately enough, I didn't.
Powdered potatoes.
I got it. Oh, dude. Me and Becca have a box of powdered potatoes in the cupboard right now.
I have eaten a shitload of powdered potatoes.
Bro, guilty pleasure. I don't think they taste that bad, man.
I mean, if you season them and shit,
if you put enough seasoning and butter on anything, I mean, it makes it flavorful.
You put that on dog turd, I'd eat that shit. So
I think lines like that make like those little insights into their lives make songs like this more impactful because it makes it relatable. Like he started saying that shit, and all of a sudden I felt myself having like this emotional reaction to it, like, oh man, and having all these thoughts about these memories of a kid and having those kind of things. You know, it's like sometimes it was a good thing. You know, sometimes you liked eating ramen noodles as a kid. Well, sometimes you had to eat ramen noodles as a kid, and that was the difference. You know.
Yeah, and you know, I think there's something to be said for people who grow up and don't have the things that everybody else has because they have such an appreciation for what they get later in life.
For the nice things, you know, that we were talking about earlier. You know, like when you do get something nice, you can appreciate it that much more.
We were actually talking about this today at work. We'll carry on with the video here in a minute, but promise.
We're gonna get 2 minutes.
But we were talking about it at work. We're like, being younger, right? We always wanted the brand new truck, the brand new whatever, and I still want a new truck, but I'm just fine with my 2002 GMC Sierra or my 1992 Chevy Cheyenne. You know, Mason was looking at he's got a 2013 Silverado, and he was
a nice truck too.
At buying a 2006 Duramax because, you know, a guy give him a good deal on it, whatever. And it's like, man, I don't know, like, because his wife is still stuck on the whole, why would you buy an older truck than what you had?
It's about what's in it
it's
and,
like,
what it can do.
It's like, what does it matter? It's going to last me way longer. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, man. It's don't always necessarily need the brightest and best, you know?
Yeah, just get by.
And parts are cheaper for older shit. So, there you go.
Pots on the stove just to warm up the bath with a bowl of ramen noodles and we split them in half. Feeling like I lost my way, so I drink every day just to hide my pain. Friends turn to foes, snakes turn to ghosts. Man, I've been through it all, yeah, the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs. I done turned it around. In a sea full of lies, I'm just trying not to drown. With my back to the wall and my feet on the ground, doing everything I gotta do to make my mama proud. Yeah.
Been lost and been found, been broken, torn down, trying to swim but I drown. All this pain is so loud. They keep breaking me down. They ain't breaking me down. Life ain't breaking me down. Breaking me down. Been lost and been found, been broken, torn
I like those
down,
layers.
trying to swim but I drown. All this pain is so loud. They keep breaking me down.
I like that.
They ain't breaking me down. Life ain't breaking me down. You're breaking me down.
Oh,
Remember
okay.
Corey Collins.
Corey Collins. All right. And Just in Time had mentioned something about this being a really like an emotional song for him, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously because of this. I
Yeah,
wasn't.
and I believe the stories they grew up together. They went through a lot of just shit together.
Okay, I got you.
So.
There's like 7 more seconds. Let's see. Got to give it to his media group, right? Creative World Films.
Yeah, boy.
Shot very well. Way to go, guys.
Yeah, that was excellent.
That was very, very good. Very well shot.
Man, what a.
You know, what more
song.
is there to say? We
Like it's
we kind of broke that down in sequence there, like as it happened. So not sorry about the long pauses, but you've heard it before. We're kind of a 307 Reacts podcast kind of thing, so it happens.
I mean, Just in Time has always had good music.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But usually nothing that's really like super thought provoking. I mean, he's had one or two that I can think of, and I can't remember the names of them, but I can see the videos in my head. That were, you know, kind of deeper stuff, but like this one had a very I don't want to say Tom McDonald vibe to it because it wasn't really a vibe, but
yeah, you're right.
It created conversation.
There's something, there's something unique about this one for sure. That even when I was watching it, like especially towards the end, you know, and like you're listening to him talk, and you're kind of, I don't know, maybe it's because he gave us like the viewers a lot of insight into. I really think it's just because he was being super relevant, man. I think
or like being super real.
Yeah, like opening up and like,
and not that he's never real, but like this is like.
He's opening up and he's just saying, you know, look, this is how it was for me as a kid, you know, and like
Yeah.
I remember doing it this way, and these are some of the reasons why I do this and why I am the way I am today, you know, things like that. So,
and you know, he said, I'm not letting life break me down.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show that it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter how famous you are, it doesn't matter what toys you have in your garage. Life is always going to be hard. It is. Sure. And I personally believe that with more money becomes more problems.
I mean,
so,
who's the rapper who says that? Who's the iconic?
I don't remember.
God, you guys are gonna tear us apart in the comments.
Yeah.
I don't listen to much rap, so
but that's
I think there's some truth in that as well. Like
it always seems like the more money I make, the less I have. Like, what the fuck is that about?
I keep getting paid more and more every time I get a raise, obviously.
Yeah.
And I still am out of money. I still don't have money. Like, what's that about? Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, man, I think that's I think that's worthy of a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5
hats.
all day, man.
Yeah.
That was good.
Just the hype alone on that one. I mean, I've been hearing about this one for like a month or something.
It's been like 2 or 3 weeks.
Something like that. Yeah. So he's been hyping it up really, really well, and I do think it was shot really well. I think I think he's worked really hard on the lyrics, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's not like a party jam, you know. It's kind of like a deep track.
Yeah.
So kind of like it.
Really good.
I like it, man. Way to go. Good job, Justin. Good job, Jesse Howard.
Man.
The vocal layers at the end, I like that. Boy can sing. I like his I like his grit in his voice.
Yeah.
It's nice, relatable. I love it.
Well, speaking of money and seeing as how we're always out, there's a PayPal link down in the description below.
We haven't mentioned that in a while.
If you guys would like to donate that and send us to Redneck Rave. We promise to film as much as we can.
We'll bring. I have a GoPro. He's got a GoPro. I can get at least one more GoPro. So
right.
We'll film everything that we can.
Things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And more than that, we just want to go and check it out because it's a badass.
So
event,
I guess if we raise enough money to go, then we'll go. If not, then it'll probably go into just supporting the channel. Whether it's studio stuff or whatever.
Or paying Ronnie, our editor, because he works way harder than we do. So.
He works his ass off. But yeah, so with that, God, dude, go subscribe to Just in Time. Check out Jesse Howard.
Yep.
Smash our subscribe button. Leave us a thumbs up on this. Click the bell. Become part of the notification gang. And with that, y'all have a good one. Bow!
Arm out the window with a gang full of shine.
With a gang full of shine.
No, just on go, it's just the single beeping. But then when
those are the beeps we don't want.
The creepy ones are like after you're done with everything and you forget to turn the camera off and it goes into standby.
Yeah,
so you'll just be chilling in the living room and like talking and bullshit, and all of a sudden you hear in the background just you're like, the fuck?
Huh?
Oh yeah,
somebody in this house.
Stand by. All right.